What started as a glamorous night of celebration turned into an absolute nightmare that has sent shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry, leaving two beloved stars publicly humiliated and their devoted fanbase demanding answers. The glittering lights of the 2025 Celebrity Gala promised to be a night of elegance and celebration, but nobody could have predicted the devastating turn of events that would unfold on that red carpet, forever changing how we view the supposedly perfect world of celebrity events. In what industry insiders are already calling the most shocking display of unprofessionalism in entertainment history, rising stars Xukai and Songyun found themselves at the center of a catastrophic staff blunder that has left millions of fans questioning everything they thought they knew about how these prestigious events actually operate behind the scenes. But here's the part that will make your blood boil. The real reason behind this mix-up might be far more sinister than anyone initially realized, and the evidence that's now emerging suggests this wasn't just a simple mistake at all. The exclusive footage that has since gone viral shows a moment so cringeworthy and heartbreaking that even seasoned entertainment reporters are struggling to find words to describe it. As Xukai and Songyun approached the prestigious red carpet entrance, dressed to perfection and clearly excited for what should have been one of the biggest nights of their careers, what happened next can only be described as a complete and utter disaster that nobody saw coming. The moment that broke the internet, the timestamp on the viral video reads 7:47 p.m., exactly the moment when everything went catastrophically wrong. Xukai, looking absolutely stunning in his custom-tailored black tuxedo, and Songyun, radiating elegance in her breathtaking designer gown, were making their grand entrance when suddenly, without any warning whatsoever, they were approached by what appeared to be frantic event staff members who seemed to be in a complete state of panic. What unfolded next has been viewed over 50 million times across various social media platforms, with fans expressing everything from outrage to heartbreak as they watched their favorite stars experience what can only be described as public humiliation on an unprecedented scale. The body language of both actors was immediately telling: the confusion, the shock, and then the devastating realization that something had gone terribly, terribly wrong. I've been covering celebrity events for over 2 decades, and I have never, ever witnessed anything remotely close to this level of unprofessionalism, stated Maria Chun, a veteran entertainment journalist who was present at the scene. The way those staff members handled the situation was not just inappropriate, it was absolutely heartless. The audio from the leaked footage reveals snippets of the heated conversation that took place, with phrases like "serious mistake," "wrong lineup," and "immediate correction needed," being clearly audible over the background noise of the bustling event. But what's even more disturbing is the tone of panic and urgency in the staff members' voices, suggesting that this wasn't just a minor scheduling error, but something much more significant. Eyewitnesses report that Xukai's immediate reaction was one of complete bewilderment, his face clearly showing the confusion and hurt that millions of fans felt while watching the footage. You could see in his eyes that he was trying to process what was happening, recalled photographer James Liu, who captured some of the most heartbreaking moments of the incident. Here's this incredibly talented actor who has worked so hard to get to this level, and suddenly he's being treated like some kind of intruder at his own industry's event. The staff blunder that started it all, the investigation into what exactly went wrong that night, has revealed a web of incompetence and miscommunication that is both shocking and deeply concerning for anyone who cares about how celebrities are treated at these supposedly professional events. According to multiple sources within the event organization, the catastrophic mix-up originated from what they're calling a critical error in the talent coordination system. But insiders are suggesting that the real story is far more complex and troubling than this simple explanation would suggest. The leaked internal documents paint a picture of chaos and confusion that had been building throughout the entire day, leading up to the event. Staff members were apparently working with multiple versions of the lineup schedule, with some showing Xukai and Songyun scheduled for the 7:45 p.m. slot, while others indicated that completely different artists were supposed to appear at that exact time. This discrepancy, which should have been caught and corrected hours earlier, instead festered and grew until it exploded in the most public and humiliating way possible. The level of disorganization was absolutely staggering, revealed an anonymous event coordinator who was working backstage that night. "We had been raising concerns about the schedule conflicts for hours, but nobody in management seemed to care enough to address them properly. It was like watching a slow-motion disaster unfold, and we all knew that someone was going to get hurt." What makes this situation even more infuriating is the fact that both Xukai and Songyun had reportedly confirmed their participation weeks in advance, had completed all the necessary pre-event requirements, and had even attended the mandatory rehearsals earlier that day. The idea that they were somehow unexpected or unscheduled appears to be completely fabricated, raising serious questions about whether this was truly an accident or something more deliberate. The timeline reconstruction shows that at approximately 6:30 p.m., just over an hour before the incident, there was a flurry of activity among the senior event staff, with multiple phone calls and heated discussions taking place. Sources suggest that during this time, certain individuals were made aware of the scheduling conflict but chose to handle it in what can only be described as the worst possible way. Behind the scenes, what really happened? The exclusive behind-the-scenes details that have emerged paint a picture that is both more complex and more disturbing than the initial reports suggested. According to multiple insider accounts, the decision to publicly remove Xukai and Songyun from their scheduled slot was made at the highest levels of event management, but the way it was executed showed a complete disregard for basic human dignity and professional courtesy. Internal communications obtained through sources close to the event reveal that there were at least 3 separate opportunities to handle this situation privately and professionally, but in each case, event management chose the path that would ultimately lead to maximum public embarrassment for the 2 actors. The question that everyone is asking is, why would they deliberately choose the most humiliating option when better alternatives were clearly available? "There's absolutely no excuse for what happened," stated former event coordinator Sandra Williams, who has worked on similar high-profile events for over 15 years. "Even if there was a genuine scheduling conflict, there are established protocols for handling these situations with dignity and respect. What we witnessed was a complete abandonment of professional standards." The leaked WhatsApp conversations between staff members show a troubling pattern of decision-making that prioritized the convenience of certain other artists over the basic professional treatment of Xukai and Songyun. Messages like, "Just get them out of the way for now, and we'll deal with the fallout later," reveal an attitude that is both shocking and deeply concerning for anyone who cares about how talent is treated in this industry. Perhaps most disturbing of all is the revelation that the other artists, who were supposedly scheduled for that time slot, had actually requested the schedule change just hours before the event, meaning that Xukai and Songyun were being punished for someone else's last-minute demands. This detail, which has only recently come to light, adds an entirely new dimension to the controversy and raises questions about whether certain artists are receiving preferential treatment at the expense of others. The decision to handle this situation publicly in front of cameras and crowds, rather than discreetly backstage, appears to have been made deliberately, though the motivations behind this choice remain unclear. Some industry insiders are suggesting that it was meant to send a message about hierarchy and power dynamics within the entertainment industry, while others believe it was simply the result of incompetent management making the worst possible decisions under pressure. The heartbreaking reactions, the immediate aftermath of the incident, was captured in painful detail by the numerous cameras present at the event, creating a permanent record of what many are calling one of the most genuinely heartbreaking moments in recent entertainment history. The expressions on Xukai and Songyun's faces as they processed what was happening to them have become iconic images that perfectly capture the human cost of industry incompetence. Xukai's reaction, in particular, has resonated deeply with fans around the world. The way his confident smile gradually faded as he realized what was happening, replaced by a look of confusion and then hurt, has been described by many as absolutely soul-crushing to witness. Body language experts who have analyzed the footage note that his posture and facial expressions show classic signs of someone experiencing public humiliation and struggling to maintain their composure. You can see the exact moment when he realizes that this isn't just a minor delay or misunderstanding, observed Dr. Patricia Moore,